You will use the first year sectioning system to submit your course requests after talking with an SAS advisor. This is an overview of the system, so you are familiar with the content you will need to complete during your APA session. We'll begin by reviewing the student information window. If you have a preferred first name that is different than your legal name, you can indicate that here. Next, you'll provide either a non-Rutgers email address that you will check often or confirm your Rutgers email. If you have not started doing so already, begin checking your Rutgers email address. We rarely need to call a student, but there is a space here for you to provide a phone number in addition to the one already on file from your admissions application. The last item in this section asks for an advisor's name. The School of Arts and Sciences does not assign students to a specific advisor for your time at Rutgers. The information being listed here is to record the advisor with whom your APA session is with. Next, you'll tell us more about your possible majors. We know that many of our incoming students have a variety of interests, so you can list as many as you want here. Just select from the drop-down, hit Add, and go back to select additional ones. Remember, students typically declare in their sophomore year. So if you're still exploring, that's great. Select as many majors that pique your interest or you want to learn more about. Once you're done adding all your possible majors, you'll list all of the careers in which you might be interested. If you think you might be a politician, a graphic designer, or a teacher, list them all here. We want to know as much about you as possible so that we can confirm that you've chosen appropriate classes and so that we can make additional recommendations. Next, you're going to tell us about your knowledge of languages other than English. We are asking for two pieces of information here. The first piece is what language or languages you studied in high school. You will select the language from the drop down and indicate the number of years you took that language in school. If you started that language before high school and continued studying it in high school, indicate the total number of years. If you also speak, read, and write that language fluently, click Native. Or if you only speak that language fluently at home, click Heritage. The second piece of information we're asking about is if you're familiar with another language that you have not studied in school. If so, select that language, then click Native if you speak, read, and write it fluently, or Heritage if you speak it fluently but cannot read it or write it. Next, you're going to provide us with information about any advanced placement or international baccalaureate exams you've taken or will be taking this year. For each one, type the subject, click AP or IB as appropriate, list the year taken, and the score if you've already received your score. Then, for each subject, you're going to indicate if this is a subject you want to continue studying. This can be tricky, so we'll give an example here. But you'll also review this information with an advisor, so don't worry. For example, if you have taken a psychology exam and are considering psychology as a major or minor, you'd click Yes for that exam. When you select your courses on the next screen, you will also select general psychology to indicate your plan to study that subject in the fall. Then, if you earn credit for that exam, we will adjust your selection of general psychology to a more advanced course in the subject of psychology. However, if you took that exam and do not plan to study psychology in the fall, you'd click No. Clicking No does not mean that you never want to study that subject. It just means you're not planning to do so this fall semester. Once you're done with that, you will give us information about any dual enrollment or college courses you've taken. For each course, tell us the college or university from which we should expect a transcript, and then the course name, which doesn't have to be exact. When we receive an official transcript, we will evaluate the courses and update your course selections as appropriate. Click Add to add each course one by one. If you have any A levels, you can indicate them here by typing A level for the college and the subject for the course. In the final box, you will provide information to us about issues that could impact your course registration, such as needing to have a break during the school day for a religious observance or needing to have your classes scheduled around practice because you're enrolling in SAS as a recruited athlete. If you have a disability that may require accommodations, you can note that here, but you will also need to work with the Office of Disability Services. We can provide their contact information. Just ask your advisor. Unfortunately, our schedule creation process cannot accommodate requests for specific day and time preferences or specific course sections. You can make those preferential changes on your own during the add drop period after you have received your schedule. Note, most students don't have any information to note here. Next, You'll move on to the first semester course selection tab. Here, you'll see the list of courses that should look familiar, as these are the same courses you reviewed and selected on your course planning worksheet. If you have those selections saved, have them on hand for your APA session. The courses you have to choose from have been specifically selected by faculty because they're appropriate for first year students and they have seats set aside for incoming students. You'll open up any section to expand the list of courses. First, you'll choose 4 first choice classes to help you explore majors, get started on a major requirement, or take courses for the SAS core and for general elective credits. The sample schedule on the department website you reviewed should help you to select these first choice courses. During your APA session, the advisor will talk with you about your goals and interests to review your selections to ensure they are appropriate. The required writing course is already selected in the last section. If you have AP credit for English, you should choose 5 first choice courses because we will remove that required writing class from your requests when we evaluate your APs. Once you have selected your first choice classes, you will go through the sections and click on any courses that also seem interesting as alternates in case your first choices are not available. You'll need at least 4 alternates, but ideally, we would love for you to have more. So choose whatever sounds interesting. A few important notes. You do not have to choose from every section. If you're planning a major in the mathematical, physical, or life sciences, you must choose alternates from some of the humanities and languages, social and behavioral sciences, multidisciplinary, and or signature course sections. Note, students interested in any ROTC programs can find the courses under the military education section. Students interested in joining the marching band can find that course under Humanities and Languages Creative Expression. The next 2 sections are where you can indicate your interest in exclusive first year seminars. First, you can indicate your interest in up to 4 of our exciting burn seminars, taught by faculty. Remember, they are only available in your first year. If you haven't already done so, you can go to their website and learn more. Then you can indicate your interest in up to 4 first year interest groups, 1 credit seminars that help students explore academic or career areas taught by current students. It's figs in the fall or no figs at all, so if you're interested in any of these areas, rank your choices and click Save Continue. These seminars are optional, but very strongly encouraged as fun, unique, and low stress ways to earn a degree credit and to continue to explore your interests. The last section of the first year sectioning system is a summary of your work. You will review this information with an advisor to make sure it's correct. Advisors will pay particular attention to your possible majors and careers and how your course selections fit with those. If they make suggestions, you can go back and make changes. Just always remember to hit the green buttons on any page to save your work on that page. For each AP or IB test for which you selected yes, you plan to study that subject in the fall, there should be a first choice class in that subject that will get changed if you earn credit for the exam. Once an advisor has reviewed your form, they will instruct you to click Submit. A summary will be emailed to you for your records. Once you submit, the course request process is complete. You will receive a schedule on August 20th and will be able to make changes in early September. Remember, course registration is a process that involves you providing information about your interests and advisors using their expertise to create an initial schedule. You will receive more information about next steps later this summer. Thanks.